Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this video, PUBG issues on Xbox. And we're just gonna sit here, talk, have ourselves a good conversation. If you have any comments on any issues that I don't talk about that you've at least experienced, please leave them in the comment section below. We'll talk about them next time, as well as any fixes you might think there could be for any issues we talk about today, or any issues that you put in or at least see in the comment section below. But yes, we're talking about PUBG here on the Xbox release. They just put out a patch recently, which they've, at least for I know, really done a good job there, at least with the rendering. The loading in of the world map, the buildings, the stuff like that. Because before, like, I just really couldn't drop in Hacienda and on Miramar, because it was just for like the longest time, probably not that long, but it would be like what, 10 seconds, maybe more, maybe less, of where it's just like that Play-Doh messiness look, and you couldn't do much moving because the ground itself is, part of the Hacienda map, not just a regular ground. So you'd just be sitting there jumping and just hopping, like, it's like you can do anything. You try to pick something up, it's like I just want the weapon, but I keep getting this, I keep getting that. It's like it was just a mess. But it seems they've at least uh, worked on those issues, worked on bettering the rendering of it. I'm not sure if Fikindi's fully fixed, because with Castle it's still kind of a bit of an issue. Not too much. It's like for a couple of seconds the map of Castle itself in Fikindi still, it's kind of like a pudding. It's not as bad as it was when it first dropped, where it's like you just drop straight through the map of Castle, and when it finally loaded in, you're just stuck there under the map. It's just like, okay, I gotta quit out now. Never go in there. But also, I need to go and check the loot cave area, see if the rendering's better there, so people can't cheat glitch their way into it because the rendering's so bad. Because let's be real, that is cheating. Granted, it's an area you can get into, but you're getting into it in a way in which you're not supposed to. You're cheating. I mean, you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. That, by definition, is cheating. You may be, exploiting a bug, but still, it's kind of like saying, well, there's this. If you ever played Rainbow Six Siege, yeah, a while ago, like a year ago, there was the Capcan glitch where it's like it still had that bright red light, but you could glitch it in a way where it doesn't appear. It's invisible. So yeah, like I can do this. I mean, it's a bug. So I'm gonna use it. Like, and granted, there's like the issue recently where it's like you could use the deployable shield as a shield, but still use your gun. It's like, you're cheating. You're by definition cheating. You're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. But like I said, you can get into the loot cave, but you're doing it in a way you're not supposed to. You're supposed to either ram the one of the two side areas of the rocks with a vehicle at a certain speed. You have to be going up at least like 30 kilometers an hour, I think, or you frag with a frag grenade. But yeah, people were getting into the loot cave, glitching it wise because the rendering like around the rocks themselves. Like the main rock was always rendered in, but like the rocks around it, which are not, they're just designed rocks. They're not interactable like the ones which you could blow up there. They'd explode, go out. They were just there as design purpose. That's the map. Just like the buildings. You can't explode the buildings. You can do something to the door, but what the door is attached to, you can't do anything to it. Like the windows. You can break the glass, but the outline in the frame of the windows, you can't do anything with them. Kind of that same with the rocks. The big rock that you could explode or drive into, it's interactable, but around it was not. It was just part of the map. But you could glitch your way through it because the rocks around the main rock was having to deal with that rendering issue. Like I said, I should check it out, see if that's better. People can't glitch their way into it, hopefully. But we're talking about other issues here too. First issue I want to get off, as well as if you experience these issues as well, please leave in the comment section below, because I want to know like how many people are also having these issues. First off, I don't know how much time it comes up, but it does come up to where it's at least noticeable, and that is, I'm not sure what the issue is. I can't speak there. I'm not sure what the issue itself is, if it's the hit registration, the net code, whatever it is. But there are times where it's like I'm shooting at somebody and I'm have my shots not registered. I understand some of them are missing because you miss. We miss. Everybody misses. It happens from time to time. You miss your shots. But there are times where it's like you are just on point with your shots. Like a person's 5 feet away and you shoot them up and like half their shots don't register. It's like, what is going on? What's the issue, and what can be done to be fixed to fix this issue? Because I swear this issue's been around for a while now, and some really needs to be done. Hopefully that's what they're going to be working on with the next update, and hopefully that comes soon. Because the time between this most recent update and the update before that, I swear, was a few months, because it was probably since like the Kindy, not the release of it, but they updated it like about a month afterwards to better the rendering, because it did come out a broken mess. It just did. Let's be honest about that. It came out a broken mess, which is odd, you know. That's a map smaller than Erangel or Miramar, and Miramar did come out buggy, but overall, I mean, these maps, they did okay. But yeah, it did come out a broken mess, but they fixed it as best they could within a month. But then they, took time to really work on the issues. But there was some time. But hopefully, between this patch and the next patch, there is less time. Because, like I said, I don't know what it is, what the issue is, what they can do to fix it. Hopefully, they can fix it. Because I am tired of shooting somebody, and like out of nowhere, half my shots just don't register. Or there's like times where it's like it shows your shots registering. You got that poof of blood. But in reality, you didn't hit him as much as you thought. It's like, what can be the fix? Like, one idea I kind of had. I'm not sure if they really could do it, or if they would do it, because let's be real, they probably won't. They probably will not. And that is have another hit registration indicator. Instead of having that proof of blood, have something else. I know they're not gonna do it, but it's like with these issues where it's like it seems like you're hitting somebody, but you're not, or you should be hitting somebody, but you're not. Like it says you hit somebody, but you didn't, or you're trying to hit somebody and you should be, but you're not hitting them for some reason. It's like what can be done about these issues? Let's be real. Let's talk about this. Let's be upfront, because these are issues. But what can be done about them is also the question. What can be fixed? What could be done? Should they add in, like I said, another way to indicate that you hit somebody or you didn't? What can be done about this? Because it is an issue, and it's a big issue. It's what would be considered a game-breaking issue, because the whole point of the game is shooting at somebody and hitting them. And if you're being indicated that you did hit them, but you really didn't, or you should be hitting them, but it's not indicating that you are, what can be done here? Another issue I want to bring up. I'm not sure what the makes it this issue, or if anybody else is having this issue, but there are times you kill somebody, they're out in the open and you want to loot them, but you don't want to be shot at. So the smart play would be to throw some smoke down. Sometimes it's like best you don't throw two smokes down. One to the left of the crate, one to the right, where you get the big puff of smoke around it. But there are times where I smoke somebody's body, I get in there, and after a time being in the smoke, the game just slows down. It lags, whatever the issue is. I'm not sure if it's deal with the netcode, deal with the game itself, but there's times like you're looting somebody, it's like you're going at the same speed as you should be, but it just starts slowing down. It's like you're going, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Like, what's happening there? Because for whatever reason, it has to deal with the smoke itself. I know it, because I don't see this being an issue when I'm just regularly looting somebody. No, it has something to do with the smoke. For whatever reason, the smoke lags down the game. So you try to loot, but it's like even when you're done looting and you try to run away, it's still kind of slow. But it's like the farther you get away from the smoke, I think it's like at least at 5 feet. Once you're out of the smoke and away from it, everything just goes back to normal. But there's seriously that is a game breaking issue itself, because you can die because of that. It's like because you want to run out and smoke, and and you see somebody, but by the time you try to get to him, it's like oh, okay, we're back to normal. But by that time, you've probably already been shot up enough to where you're basically dead before you can even pull off the trigger. Yeah. Like, is anybody else having this issue where you're smoking in the area and it just lags down? Because I swear to God, it has to do with at least multiple smokes. I don't think it does with one smoke. I think it has to do with two smokes within an area that really just lags down your game somehow. Like when you're in kind of at least within a 5 feet radius of the smoke itself, it really just lags down that part of the game. Now, I mean, what is the issue itself? What's causing it? Because, like I said, I don't understand it. I don't. I know to understand that it has to deal with at least two smokes, multiple smokes being within that area, and you yourself being there. But what is it doing to the game? Is it actually lagging the game down? Is it causing is it something within the game itself, not dealing with the netcode, but the game itself? What's the issue itself, and what can be done to fix it? Because it is an issue and it needs to be fixed. If especially how widespread of an issue that it is. You know, uh, what else could be an issue that needs to be solved? Well, one that's been a while. I mean, been around. I can't speak. That has been around a while. That it has been getting better here and there, but still needs fixing from time to time. There's like this issue that pops up where it's like of the loadiness. It's like the way I think the best thing to resolve this. I know people might have a disagreement with this, but I mean, though overall it would improve probably if it works the game overall, and that is the loading of weapons and stuff. Because there are times where like I drop on the ground and I want to process the gun and stuff because it hasn't loaded for me, but it's loaded for somebody else. So they are able to grab the gun. Like I run and he's already picking up the weapon, and I don't see a weapon there. I don't see any ammo. I don't see anything. Like what the hell's going on? How is he grabbing stuff that's not there? Now my thought is of a fix for this is that instead of having this whole loading servers area for when you want to load the people in, because it loads in the world itself. So you're loaded in the world with these people in this kind of lobby area. But then when you get on the plane, it's got to reload everything. It's got to reload the map, the buildings, the weapons, and stuff. So by the time you hit the ground, it's still taking time to load sometimes. Like how is this an issue? I'm curious about this. How is this an issue? Where it's still like before you hit the ground, it's still loading the weapons in. So when you hit the ground, it's like there's nothing there for you, even though there's something there. My thought is instead of having this lobby that you load people in, then you have to reload everything else in again once you get the plane going. Why not just have the plane in the air? You're loading people in, and when it's time to go, and you're loading all the weapons, all the buildings, all the in the world itself. So when you go, everything's already loaded in. All the stuff's there, all the weapons, all the buildings and stuff. I'm not saying this would be a good fix because I don't, like I said, I don't know if it will work or if it won't. It's just an idea. We're having a conversation here. It's just an idea. Why not do this? Would it not help? Would it not improve things? I'm just curious, because there's these issues. Can we get around them? Can we fix them? Can we do this? Can we do that? We're having a conversation here. What are your thoughts? Uh, would this fix loading issues of the world, the buildings, the weapons and stuff? Because a game like this where it's like you gotta get on the ground, you gotta get that weapon first, you gotta shoot the people near you. This is in itself also considered a game breaking because you're running past a weapon that you don't know is there because you can't see it. It's not loaded for you, but it's loaded for somebody else. So they're getting the weapon when you could have yourself gotten it if it was officially there for you. You don't go to look for it there because you're thinking, oh, there's nothing there. I can see something over there. It could be a weapon. Let's go for that. So what can be done? That's the question. What can be done to fix these issues? Now, last issue we're going to talk about, and I think we all clearly state that it can be fixed easily, and that is the player base. Now, the player base itself is okay, but there's like at least when an update drops, there's one side of it that resurges for a bit, but not as much as one other side, and that is the perspective aspects of the game. You have third person's perspective, you have first person's perspective. And with the Xbox, at least here in North America, before this most recent update, the first person's perspective area has been mostly dead. I mean, there are times where you get kids are out of school, you get off work, and during that time frame of like 4 in the afternoon to like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, there's a good surge of people there. Before the update, it was kind of like 30 to 40 people on average would you queue up with. Sometimes more, sometimes. But with the recent update, it's gotten a bit better, with the queue amount of players as well as the time itself, treating that area of time as improved amount of times you can queue up there. But still, on average of the 24-hour period, majority of the time, in itself, that area, a first person perspective on solos, duo squads on Xbox here in North America, it's straight up just dead. It just is. I mean, let's look at it right now. What time is it? It is 10 o'clock at night. Let's see. I got it loaded up. See, first person perspective on the standard here over on this side. Sorry, you can't see it because I don't want to switch the camera much anymore. But here on the standard side, it's 10 seconds on a third person's perspective on the standard of Erangel, Miramar, and Kindi. It's 10 seconds to queue up on third person perspective here on solos. On duos, let's see, it's 4 seconds. On squads, it's 5 seconds. Over here on first person's perspective on solos, I mean, on Sanhok, it has a question mark in time with 0 people here. Seriously. That part of the first person perspective here, sorry, I can't say that. The FPP, which is called FPP because that's what it stands for. FPP stands for first person's perspective. We'll just say FPP. Over here on North America, I'm not sure if there's like multiple servers, so you'd queue with somebody on the West Coast, the East Coast, Mid Coast, whatever it is. I'm here on the West Coast. Okay, I'm in Washington State. That's where I am. So maybe it's different on the East Coast. I don't know. But here on the West Coast, if there is different things, I don't know. But like say here on first person FPP on solo, Sanhok, the single map choice, it says question mark on times, people in queue 0. Here on standard, it's 3 minutes 3 seconds, and as time goes on, that's gonna like more and more get closer to the Sanhok. Like before I started recording this, which was about 15 minutes ago, the standard time over here was at like 2 minutes 19 seconds. It's gone up basically a minute now of queue time, and let's be real, this queue time is not gonna be the standard actual queue time. It's gonna be longer than that. And let's see, look at duos. Duos, it's quicker because I guess you want to have more fun with people. 33 seconds on standard, 54 seconds on the single map Sanhok. Squads, quicker, but on solos, I mean, it's dead there for now. But no, I'm sure as time will tell, it'll become deader and deader. As days go by, people playing this less and playing other games, or just doing life stuff in general, of work, family, going on dates and stuff, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, solos here, it's where I don't have friends, online right now, so I'd play solos, and solos here is just dead, dude. I mean, damn. But let's be real, the best solution for just game overall here for the queue times for the people. Let's be real, the best solution right now is for it to go free to play. I mean, it's an okay game, it's doing okay right now, but the amount of games that are out right now that are free to play that are like they were what was the word? They were programmed and just done better before release. Better, you got E3 about to come up with other games saying what they're gonna be releasing soon. As time goes on, let's be real, this is gonna become a deader and deader and deader game. It's been out for about 2.5 years now on Xbox. It's doing okay, but let's be real, it's not as thriving as much as it could be. And the best solution for it to be thriving, let's be real, is it to go free to play. Because let's be real, how much more are they gonna really get from sales? Because that's the argument that's gonna be made here of like reason why or why not for it to go free to play. At least here on Xbox, like how much more is it gonna make sale wise? How much more is it gonna make sale wise on PC where it's been on there for a year longer than Xbox at least? How much is gonna make sales on PS4? I mean, how much? I mean, I haven't heard much talk about it on the PS4 version, at least, ever. The big talk about it right now is on mobile, which it's free to play itself. I mean, and look at the player base there. Look how much well it's doing there, and it's free to play. Seriously, I mean, let's go look at it like here on my phone right now, real quick. Let's see how PUBG is doing here on what is a Verizon phone. So I got the Google Play Store, I think is what it's called. It's just the Play Store, but I think it's Google that has it. Yeah, let's look at PUBG right now. Let's see. PUBG. It is the #1 top grossing, as it says here. It's booming. It averages a 4.5 star here, mostly 5 stars, some here and there, lower. Overall, it is seriously booming. It is booming over there. I bet I can get into any of these games just like that. But that's like what could be the argument to say reason why not to go to free to play? Because how much more money can they make of the sale of the game itself? Because I mean, they have they got the battle pass of their kind game. They got their currency to buy cosmetics, of clothing, of weapon skins. Kind of. Let's be real. But their most selling point would probably be their battle pass. I mean, they could probably make more money off of that right now if they made the game free to play. Let's be real. They could. They have more people playing it, more people wanting that stuff, the emotes, the skins, of whatnot. They could make more money right now, I think, if they made the game free to play with those microtransactions over the sale of the game itself. I mean, could they not? I mean, would they not? Would they make more money from the game itself being sold with all this stuff too? Granted, they would if it was seen as such a booming game to play, but as you saw, 24 hours of it, half the game kind of somewhat being unplayable. I'm sure once midnight rolls around, a lot of that first person perspective is just gonna drop hard because people are gonna go into bed and stuff. But would not there be a great surge of players playing this over the 24-hour period of a day if it went free to play? I'm sure people are gonna, comment, well, if it goes free to play, look what happened to CS:GO, more cheaters, more of that. But like, one, do they not have a good anti-cheat system in play? And two, again, it's a business. What would be more profitable? The position it is in right now, or if it would be a free-to-play game? What would be more profitable for them right now? Because again, like I said, it is a business, and I understand it's their product, but in the end, they want to ensure that they make the money. So what would be more profitable? It's staying in the position it is now, or being a buy to play game, or a free to play game? What would be more profitable for them? That is the question, is it not? They probably are making so much money, so much bank off of cosmetics on the mobile game for it being free to play. Is it not free to play? Because I have it and I wouldn't have bought it. Let's look at it. Let's go Google here. Let's see. PUBG mobile. Let's see. Cost. What does it cost? All right. Let's see. Oh, what like it. Yeah, here's PUBG Mobile free to play. Unlike the just released mobile version of Fortnite, which is currently only available, PUBG can be downloaded for free both on iOS and Android. Yeah, it was released free in the US and other places. PUBG, on the other hand, currently costs $30 on Steam or Xbox Live. That makes the mobile version impressive 100% discount. Yeah, the PUBG is free to play. The mobile is saying here, from what I'm seeing on Google, it is free to play. So why not make the other versions free to play? Like I said, one, you'd get a bigger booming player base. You'd probably be making more money from the cosmetic sales of stuff, than buying your in-game currency that costs real world money. Would it? That's the question here. Would it be smarter to keep it as a purchasable game on console and PC, or would it be smarter for them to make it free to play? What would be the smart play here? That is the question. That's what the conversation we are having here. Would it be smarter for Tencent, for Bluehost, to make PUBG on Xbox, PC, PS4 free to play, or would it be smarter for them to keep it as is, keep it at a price? Or maybe would it be smart for them to say maybe like a $5 game? Would it be smart for them to at least lower the price to say $5? $10, something. Like what would be the smart play here right now? That is the question. Leave your comment on what it would be on any of the issues we talked about, any issues you're having, resolves to any issues at all. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below if you wouldn't mind, please. I want us having ourselves a good conversation here about the game, the issues, the fixes, the overall best direction they should take. free to play, stay priced. If stay priced, what should the price amount be? Overall, just leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Yeah, damn it. I'm having a bit of a head cold today, so my talking has been a bit off. That's why you're probably hearing a little raspy in my voice, a little sore throat. But I thank you for watching. I hope we have a good conversation here. And in the end, I hope you have a rock'em sock'em day. A peace. Quick update before we get off here. I know I just ending, all that, but just a couple seconds later here, I'm actually going to see about taking a picture here. I wish I could show that easily, but we're going to show you the picture here I'm taking right now. See if you can see it yourself. Alright, dang it. Let's bring down the brightness. You can see it. The picture I just took. Focus. Let's see if we... I wish we could bring the focus in a bit better. But you can see there. From here, there's a question mark on both now on the standard aspects and the Sanox aspects of the first person's perspective here over on Xbox North America. 3 people in queue with a question mark on time of when you will be able to play on the standard first person, the FPP here on solo. Seriously, few moments. I mean, I just literally started recording this like less than a minute after I ended the recording there. Here, it's freaking 10:11 p.m. God damn it. The fucking... you'd have to show it back here, but it's so small. I'm sorry. But yeah, the queue time itself has basically been drilled down to a question mark now on FPP here. Let's look at other ones. Other ones are still okay on duos and squads and FPP, but solo just went dead completely. Sanhok standard question mark on the queue times. Really wish you could see this here. You can kind of see it there. You can see it there on the left. Whenever that clock comes up, that means it's a question mark whenever there's a queue time. And here you have the people, how many are in queue right now. On standard we have 2. On Sanhok we have 1 in queue. So yeah, it's after 10 o'clock on a Thursday night, and solo on FPP just went dead. It is dead. Granted, there are people there trying to queue up, but let's be real. That's 3 people in queue right now on standard, 1 on Sanhok. Are you really going to get into a game? Probably not. I mean, is it really going to let you into a game with 2 other people? Let's be real. Probably not. I mean, wow. Like I said, I think that the smartest thing they could do right now, of anything, is just make the game free to play. Or lower the price at least down to, like, say, $5. Something, do something. Because right now, like, third person's perspective TPP on all parts are booming 24/7. 24/7. Like I said, at midnight, duos and squads is probably going to join solos here. Maybe later. But at least, 7, 8 a.m. in the morning, all of them are usually dead. But yeah, like I said, I think the smart thing would be is just make it free to play. I mean, what would be, like I said, the argument against it outside of like maybe hackers will be more of a thing? They'd probably, I don't know. Like I said, would it be smarter to free to play, or maybe like say if they're gonna say price, maybe lower to like $5 and with cheaters? I mean, I haven't heard much about aspects of hackers on the PC versions since they've at least forced region lock, because you can't choose your region anymore. I'm forced here in a North America. That's all I can be in right now. It's North America. So region lock became a thing. But since it's become a thing, I mean, how much have you heard about hackers on PUBG? Would there be a surge once it hit free to play? Probably. But would it be as bad as, say, what CSGO is doing right now? I don't know. It's a conversation to just be had. It's a conversation, a talk. Like, what would be the smart play here? Because, I would like to have the player base booming 24/7 on all aspects. But I'm showing you here. First person perspective, solo, the area I want to play in. Sanhok and standard are basically dead right now. I cannot play this. I cannot play solos on first person perspective right now. Time in which I'm awake and ready to play the game. I can't now. I want to, but I can't. Because the player base here is dead. It is dead. I mean, I made the video of, PUBG is dying, and Bluehole needs to do something about it. And somebody made it. It's not dead. I know I'm in a 100% queue all the time. It's like I like asking, one, what is your region? Two, which of these perspectives are you playing? You know, I'm in North America, and the perspective is what I'm saying is dying. The only reason where I would probably see no research right now, like I said, is probably because the recent update that added the weapon that better the rendering at least. But let's be real here. Like, is it not dying? Would you not consider, like before the update? I swear to God, like the player base was basically dead, except for the average time. Like I said, when it's like when people are getting off work, when schools let out, and before the time in which most average people go to sleep, but like right now at 10 o'clock, is when you had probably like on average 40, maybe 50 people to play with in first person perspective here on solo. Granted, now it's been upped, and there are more people who are doing that at the time, but still, it's like that's not when everybody's playing. Like I said, right now I would like to play first person perspective. I'm awake now. I want to play it, but I cannot because it is dead here. Granted, I could go to duos or squads, maybe one-man squads, but that's not the area I want to play in. I want to play in solo here. Have my kind of fun. I don't want a teammate to be dependent upon me, or random. I had to be dependent upon. Who's not talking because it's that late at night and stuff. It's like and just or just making decisions, because they just want to fuck around or something. They themselves want to play on solos, but they can't, so they're going over to duos or they're going to squads. You know, like would you not make the argument and say if this was happening on Call of Duty or this was happening on Battlefield, would you not say the game itself is not dying? Would you not make that argument? That basically on average half of the game is unplayable because people are just not queuing for it. Would you not consider that game dying? I don't know, but like I said, it's just the best issue I can see of this being fixed here is, like I said, it's it going free to play. At least make it free to play on console. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure about how you do it on PC. What could be said there? Maybe like say lower to a price of $5 or something. I'm not sure if there would be a surge of cheaters and hackers on PC. But overall, I mean, what is the smart play? That's the conversation, like I said, I'm having here with you guys. What is the smart play? Would it be smarter to have it free to play, maybe lower down to $5? Because like I said, I want to play solos on on FPP here, but I can't. I just can't. There is just the queue time is a question mark. There's 2 on standard, 3 on standard. So that'd probably make it on average. Like what would quick join be here? Let's look. What would quick join on FPP solo look like here? What's the clock gonna look like here on the? It's question mark with 0. It is question mark with 0. Because like I said, you have 2 here in standard, you have 3 over there on standard. It's just I want to play. I do. I want to play here, but it's just impossible. Because like, is it really gonna queue us up? I mean, at some point would it finally say, okay, here you guys go. There's 20 of you. Have fun, I guess. Seriously, I mean, on average, I'm talking about of the 24-hour period of a day. Most of it on solos here on FPP is just it's dead here in North America on Xbox. It just is. But what can be this? What's the solution? Like I said, we're having a conversation. What's the solution? Would it be smarter for them to make it $5 and keep it cost? So you have less of hackers on PC at least. Have it $5 everywhere. That is. Would it be smarter to just make it overall free to play? What's the solution? Because I want there to be a solution. So you're anybody can play this on whatever mode they want whenever. Because I mean, you can on third person perspective on any of the modes. Sorry, like I said, bit of a head cold. But 24/7 there, you're good. But first person, 24/7, you're just you're rolling dice. Like whenever you're awake, can I play it? Let's look. I just showed you a few times. They're just non-existent on solos on FPP. It's not there. which saddens. I want to play this game. I want to play in first person. That's the mode I want to play on. I want to do it in solos. Right now, I just can't. I just can't, and that saddens me. You know? But and then, as the question I've asked already so many times, please leave in the comment section below. What do you think your solution is to this issue? Because it is an issue. I can't play the game. It is literally a game-breaking issue. But what is the solution? Is the question. What is the solution? Yes, I know. I just can't end this fucking video, but I just want to make one more statement of something I remember that I was going to put originally here on the issues of PUBG. That it's a small issue, but with this new update, they've added in challenges to get these skins for these new weapons. Not these new weapons, for weapons. It's what is it? The Tommy gun, the UMP, the barrel, the double barrel shotgun, and the M16A4, I believe is what it's called. But the single shot and burst shot AR of 5.56. But the thing is, the issue with this I am seeing is, for one, just a small thing, just a talk. It's like, why is it like the first challenge you gotta get is get a kill with a weapon and be in the top 8? Why not say the top 10? Why is it the top 8? Because you never hear of somebody being, oh great, I'm in the top 8 and stuff. No, it's like, I'm in the top 10, I'm in the top 5. Why make it the top 8? Why not just put up to the top 10? It's just a small thought thing. Like, why did they make it an 8? But that's not the issue. The issue is of these weapons is the barrel, and that is it. It seems like the drop rate for that is just so small in comparison to the other weapons on the challenge thing. Because it's like I'm finding it hard to find this weapon on the minigames I play, finding it, or just not just in the world, but on players' bodies that I've killed. It's like it seems to be such a rare weapon to get than any of the other weapons in this challenge, and I think that's odd and not to mention kind of idiotic. Why not make it as common as the other weapons are? I'm not saying they're very common to get or find via in the world or on people's bodies, but it's more or common to find these weapons I find at least in the world than the barrel. I mean, I think what they need to do is switch the drop rate between it and the AK gun, because I find the AK so much, but it's the barrel and it's a part of the challenge. So why not swap out those drop rates somehow? Because being that this is a challenge, you want to use it. You want to get that skin. It's a cool looking skin. It's the only skin I give a crap about. All of these weapons challenge right there. But it's like I said, it's such a rare weapon to find. It's such in world as well on people's bodies. It's just like, what is the drop rate on this weapon on these maps? Because it seems like it's probably one of the smaller ones. Granted, it's not as small as say any of the ARs or the DMRs, but it's not as high as any other ARs. I said ARs. I mean sniper rifles. It's not as small as the sniper rifles or the DMRs, but it's not as high as any of the other ARs. I'm finding the other ones much easier than this one. Why is that? Being that it's part of the challenge, you think you wouldn't want it to be as easily found as any other weapons of the challenge. Like I said, the other weapons, they're not that hard to find. I've dropped and I've found these weapons variety of good times. Not too high, but not too low. A good average time. But the barrel itself, it seems like the drop rate is so low. Like I said, it's not as low as sniper rifles or DMRs, but it's not as high as the average ARs. It's a weapon that I'm finding more of a challenge to find. But I think, like I said, sorry, my nose is had to go things. But like I said, I think the solution best is just switch the drop rate between it and the AK. Because I find the AK pretty good on average. So why not just switch the drop rate between these two weapons and make the AK a bit more of a challenge to find? Or at least even it out in some way. Or just like something, Because it's being that this is part of the challenge, you want to get the weapon, you want to use the weapon. Being that that's the challenge. You need to use the weapon. First off, like I said, the first part is get a kill with the weapon and be in the top 8. I've done that at least, but now you got to do so much damage with it. Like I would like to, but it's such a hard weapon to find on the ground or on people's I just killed or any people that have been killed. What is going on with it? Like I said, what is the solution? Trade out the AK and its drop rate, even out somehow, up it somehow. What's the solution? Because there is a solution there. Probably it's not as hard as any other issues here. It's just like you you want to do the challenge, but it's like I can do the challenge so much easier on any of the other weapons than this one, and this is the one I want to do because the other weapons I kind of already have okay skins for, and I don't mind trying to get for them, but this one is the one, I have no skins for there. I haven't seen any skins for it, and there's no skins for it in the crate. There was no ones to buy. You can earn this one at least. And I want to, but it's just like they're demanding so much for you to do it for this one alone because they know it's like the one that everybody wants. Since there's like no skins really out there for it, at least on Xbox here. So why are you making it so much more of a challenge for that one? Why are you not just averaging out its drop rate? Its loot drop rate at least. With the other weapons. No, that is the question. Yeah, I think that's it. This is. I'm ending the video. We're processing it, getting it uploaded. Okay.